This week in Puerto Rican news, in under 3 minutes, here's what you need to know. I want to start off with Rincon. There are still a lot of questions around how the agencies here in Puerto Rico provided false information in order to obtain permits. There are other pieces of information in the press conference that they did this week that I want to dive into, so that will be coming. But I think it's extremely important to realize that the Puerto Rican government is lying in order to obtain permits. And it is important for us to realize and call this out. We'll get into that a little bit later, but it ties in to something else that the Puerto Rican government is doing, which is this anti-transparency law that they have already passed through the House and Senate. It was authored by the president of the Senate, Tomas Rivera Chats, that I've already talked about, is a piece of you know what. Now it's going to the governor of Puerto Rico, who we also know is super corrupt, and that we don't expect her to do the right thing. But what it does show you is that in violating Puerto Ricans' rights to access to information and violating their constitutional rights, this government is already making it super clear that they're going to do whatever it takes to displace Puerto Ricans. They know that if they can make the majority of the population leave, this is my theory, by the way, make more Puerto Ricans leave, make this an island where a lot of rich foreigners come, where a lot of gringos come and stay here. Where if you bring a mostly white population to live here, similar to what has happened in Hawaii, in the heads of those who are pro-statehood and pro-colonialism, this is just exactly what they want. And I remember when Jennifer Gonzalez took office, I said this. She is a very, very dangerous individual. She's probably one of the most dangerous politicians in Puerto Rican history outside of Luis Muñoz Marin, who have done everything that they can, right, to align themselves to America and to the idea that Puerto Rico is just a part of the U.S. And I think now more and more to those of us who understand history, we're a colony. And we are exploited as such. When we think about the unelected Fiscal Control Board, I want us to remember that this colonialism is deeply rooted in white supremacy and racism. Like the fact that in Culebra, 60% of the homes are Airbnbs. So it just goes to show that the trend is already moving towards less Puerto Rican population. Madres contra la Guerra, protesting yet again, as we should, against genocide in Gaza. Why is this relevant to Puerto Rico? They are now, through this ceasefire, trying to broker a deal where the U.S. will take over Gaza. There is a U.S. military ship that left Israel and it is now in the Caribbean because Puerto Rico is a launching pad for more war, right? In order to serve the interests of the very rich at the expense of Black and brown bodies.